You want to say fuck you back? Please say fuck you back. Since you discovered my spy network. Can I pull you home and then send you again? Not until 1380. Such a pain in my ass. I guess we'll improve relations with Ethiopia because I suspect they will eventually become an important regional power. Eventually. We're making our money, so we're doing pretty well. Okay, I guess we're done with Ethiopia. In case the Mamluks don't collapse. Make the Mamluks happier. You want to sip a cup of coffee because you're sad. I'd like coffee. They demand the right not to send their men to war. It'll give me some more corruption every year. If I don't, they'll lose loyalty, which I don't want them to do now. Fine, that's your due. I don't think most of Europe doesn't have tribals, I don't think. Tribals mostly do fuck all. They just kind of eat up money and then blow money. And then have some people that can join in. I can manage relations and make them happier by, like, marrying them. Mostly the tribes cause problems. So, it's not really much to do, but with the tribes. During war, though, I can just be like, hey, tribes, give me your dudes. And then their dudes rally up and I get like 2,000 more guys. I think I can do the same with the nobles. Tribes are not great. Tribes are just trouble. And of course, every province belongs to an estate. You don't get to assign them. They just get generated. So you can see the tribes control most of the land. So I actually should probably make them happy. The burghers control Mombasa, and the nobles live in Zanzibar. The tribes kind of just went away in Europe, historically. They evolved into the feudal system. I mean, there were tribes, like, in Roman era, in Germany. And yeah, eventually, so if we look at here, I think you can see it in this, when I interact with the province in Zanzibar. Come on, give me my pop-up. Also, can I? No. So if I check my province detail, population data, is that where I want? Yep. So you can see tribal population, tribal percentage. This doesn't show me the settlement chance. That must be in the tribe itself. So in the tribe, and don't ask me how I changed this, I'm not quite sure. Somewhere, I'm not sure where, somewhere there's a settlement number, which like shows the amount of people from the tribe each year who just kind of settle down and become peasants. And eventually, when enough people decide to settle down and become peasants, the tribe no longer controls the region, and it'll shift over to the lesser nobles or the greater nobles or the burghers, depending on who it makes sense to shift over to. Do I want to grab this one? Yes. I think it behooves me to hop these first 3 for sure. And then whether or not I want to go forward depends on how many options I have for my merchants to do stuff down the line. Okay. So, the way you get rid of the tribes is to improve your farming efficiency and just make it more appealing for people to settle down and be farmers than be tribes. And I don't know enough about MNT to know how the heck I do that. So the tribes I'm just going to have to live with. Let's see. Looking at the lands I'm going to take. We got some tribes. Some burghers. Some more burghers. Some tribes. Some tribes. Tribes. And tribes. Tribes suck. They don't do anything for me. But I suppose I should take a moment and try to make the tribes happier with me. I can probably do the wedding. 3 legitimacy, 10 prestige. I have plenty of diplomatic reputation. Yeah, I can do that. Wonderful. So we have a new queen. We've arranged a tribal marriage, which means the tribes are much happier with us. And I think that may give us access to more tribal troops. Nope. Let's see. Can I offer some... Let's see, is there any favors I'm willing to give the nobles to make them a little happier? I'd like the nobles to be happier too. So I can say fuck off a little more easily in the future. Oh, hey, Queen Sella's fertile. Her. We can kill off our shitty heir. So we can tank our prestige more. Nah. Spend some money. Give them a gift. And yeah, we have a fertile wife. Let's... Our heir's too young, isn't he? Yeah, our heir's only 8. We can't make him a general. I'm gonna want a general. My heir sucks. This is a tough one. No, will not make us. Will. Hey, I don't like that name. I can't pronounce it. There we go. Princess Cohen Solomonid can be our new general. For the upcoming war, which I think we can resume preparing for soon. Soon we can get back on the preparations for war. No CB is just not worth it in MNT because it takes so long to get stability back. Okay, now we need to get that up to 40 so we can start the war. Unless... Are my allies willing to be pissed at Kilwa? It's been a while. Maybe my allies are pissed at Kilwa again. It'll take a month to get home. You're a 2200. I wish you had some siege pips, but hey, you got some fire and some shock. Should be fine. Don't be spilling. Oh, thank God. Oh. We had the meteor. Had the comet, and I'm like, oh shit. Because comet sighted. Stability loss is painful in this game. Stability loss is just horrible. I'm not confident we're going to be able to get this war going before I have to stop streaming. We could have gotten the war going, except I fucked it up. It's all my fault. They're ready. They're ready. Everyone. We're not actually going to declare war, but they're ready. Get in position. Be prepared. It's time to go. Time to strike down all the enemies. No, just enough time passed that they were angry enough at Killwood to do it. So I don't need that anymore. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with you guys. You can be lazy for a bit. Yeah, we're gonna make the war goal be for Mizizima, because that's the one I want. And then when they're all grouped up and he's all charged and ready. Wait, are we? We're making money with everything. I don't want to take that much of a penalty. No, I'm not going to take Mafia. I'm not going to take Mafia. I'm going to take Mizizima. I'm not interested in Mafia. Mafia's shit. I want Mizizima. Yes, but I didn't start the war. I hadn't started the war yet, man. I want to be in position and charged up and ready to smack down against Mombasa, who's going to join in. I was just like, yes, they're ready. And I think that is ready enough. Ready to take Mizizima? Good. And now the war is for Mizizima. As it should be. Let him loot. I don't want a lot of looting. I'll take some more exhaustion, it's fine. Okay, so let's siege this, get Mombasa out of this war. Also, before I forget, offensive war support. And offensive war support. We'll take the partial because that's all we get. Offensive war support from the tribes. They won't give us their cav. Well, that's fine. Okay, they're going back. Good. I thought for a moment he was heading straight for Zanzibar Pia, and I was like, Yeah, that's gonna squish the tribe. Okay. So there's our friends from up there. We're gonna not go attrition ourselves, but we will come back here so that we're kind of in position. And hopefully Ajuran does not get involved. And I could take Mafia. I could get my entire army on the boat and land in Mafia. That's not a problem. If I did accidentally declare war for Mafia, which I don't want Mafia, but I may take it anyway. Who knows? Okay. So let's relax a little bit until Mombasa's out. They're going to group up. Looks like they've got 6k, 10k, 11k. I don't really want them all grouped up like that, man. I don't want them all spread out. My allies are just running down there like idiots. See? Idiots! Why are you doing that? They're going straight for the war goal, and they should be hanging back so that we can be unified. It's very frustrating. I think I'm going to go over my force limit now while I can, because we're going to probably... this war's going to go for a while, and we're going to... these guys are going to die. So... gonna get out of there, or are you going to just sit there? Okay. I mean, I don't think you're going to win this, but if somehow you do, I'm going to be very happy with it. Let's slow down. Okay. Because, you know, they outnumber you like 2 to 1. They've got the crossing penalty, right? No? Looks like they don't actually have a crossing penalty. Yeah, you guys are just dead. Idiots. At least we've got 10 there, so we should be okay. Okay. So that's done. Can I just make peace with you so I don't get the fight and hurt my navy? Give me your everything. Thank you. Okay. Do I want to march or do I want to get on the boats? I think we'll march. Allow friendly armies to attach. And hope. I mean, it looks like there's only 7k there, so it ties with us, and if these guys are attached, which they're following us, we should have the upper hand. What's their general? 1, 2, 3, 1. I think our... well, I'm sorry, Princess Cohen Solomonid, but Nasser Kawawe is going to probably, I hope, lead this fight. Mr. 262. That's a thing. Can't core you yet. Haven't had the martial law modifier go away. That's fine. I think we'll take a moment and get some neighboring countries to GTFO. Don't like the war anyway. Well, you know, you're gonna be in it anyway. They may back out. They're awesome dudes. May just GTFO. Hey, they're going to Mafia. They're like, we're gonna hide in Mafia while you take the war goal. Okay. You guys want to hide in Mafia? That's fine. We'll take the war goal. There's a very real chance that this war won't finish before I have to stop streaming, but we'll take the war goal, probably. Especially if Pate's siege guy hangs around. Now the big question is, how much of a penalty would we get if we ran across to Mafia? I don't know what sort of penalty we'd get. It's a pretty big straight crossing penalty in vanilla. I don't know if it's the same one here or not. We are losing some manpower. That's okay. We don't have the amazing siege ticks we were getting before, but again, it's okay. So CE is recalculated every 5 years. So if it's not recalculated by the time the war is done, we'll send runners. Actually, we'll probably send runners when the war is done because of all of Kilwa. And again, the main goal is to try to get Kilwa to give up its vassals. So while I'm sieging here, let's bring one dude home and plan that. The last of my tribe, there's like 3,500 Wendat around in like 4 tribal structures because it's scattered. Oh, we're doing a lot of calculations apparently at the moment. My computer is not fast enough to run on this game speed, it says. I beg to differ. Okay. So, what I want is that. No, not 35,000, 3,500. Divide that by 10, man. And that's pretty standard for a lot of native tribes. Although a lot of them got some, like, swallowed up by, like, things. Yeah, something like that. That's our goal, I think. Not a lot of folk around. But it's important to remember, like, there's a lot of Lakota, and the Lakota Sioux are not an ancient tribe. The Lakota are, but the Lakota Sioux as a whole has lots of hangers-on that are refugees from other tribes around the north, from the northeast U.S., including mine. So, like, as far as descendants from the tribe are concerned, there's a lot more. Because the bulk of the Lakota Nation aren't really Lakota. They're descendants from refugees of other tribes. But a lot of those northeastern tribes are like almost wiped out. And a big part of that is smallpox, you know. Somewhere between half and 90% of North America's population died to smallpox. So, you know, take that, Black Death. Loans! Yay! Loans! It makes me feel good. I can take this kind of... I can take the Zanzibar Strait and get his allies off. His allies on... Getting his... or vassals out. Getting his vassals out is the big deal. If I don't take land and I can get the vassals, then that's fine. But I want everything. I'm greedy like that. Excellent. So out of curiosity, if I were to kick out my desired territorial gains, we'd be pretty close, actually. So, they're going to come for the fight. No, we're not going to. We're just going to go to Mtwara. Hopefully we lure them out. If they're trapped in Mafia, then that's probably fine too. After this fight, they're not going to be able to leave Mafia anyway, so... You know, having their army trapped on that island is probably good for me. They're not going to be able to kick our ass in this fight. Especially... Oh, our Admiral's gone? Our Admiral died. Let's get our Admiral here real super lickety-quick. There we go. We have an Admiral. Gonna kick their ass. View loot pool. Sure. 131 ducats of loot. Nice. That loot's gonna be great. And this fight... Yeah, at this point I think we can kick the speed up. It says we're not fast enough, but... we're fast enough. It's just gonna hang every few days. As it needs to calculate. As far as this is concerned, you know, you don't need to attach to me anymore. They're trapped up there. You guys can go do your thing. In fact, poop out a siege, keep moving. I think there's like... I don't think there's enough guys in the south that I really need to worry about it. I want to just poop out some sieges, keep moving. You know what? You guys can attach to me. You guys can attach to me. That way, hopefully you keep coming with me as we push further south. We got 8k there. We've got 8k. We got 11k. I think we're going to kick their asses. And they are trapped here, yes? Yes, they are. Take that. We may win this war before I have to go, after all. We'll see. I've got 15 minutes, so let's see if we can win this war in 15. That's... Do I want to poop out a siege? Nah, we'll keep pushing forward. Excellent. The tribes have given me some money. Wonderful. You can keep coming to Pemba. Be willing to give me that. Well, I think we may be able to get what we want after taking all their stuff. We'll see in just a moment what happens when Pemba falls. We'll say stop attaching. We're going to go back up and see if we need to invade Mafia. Now, you'll give me everything but Mafia there. I kind of want Mafia just because I don't want them to use it as a staging ground to just like land troops and attack Mizma. I want them to have to come from the south. So, strategically, Mafia is important. Manpower low. Ugh. That's hitting me though. Maybe we do without Mafia and just let it persist. It's not really a great province. Yeah, it's just like 6,000 dudes on an island. Oh, you'll give me Mafia now anyway. Cool. You give me money? No. How much money will you give me? That much. Oh. This is about to fall, so if when this falls, we'll... Okay. We'll revisit. Get as much money as we can out of you. $18 ducats, 3 provinces, and fuck off your vassals. We treated them well. We'll only take 1/10 of the levies home. Good. Lost conquest against Kilwa. That's fine. We actually did it! Yes! So let's, in case of crash, save the game. Then we're going to send runners, core, and be done. With 10 minutes to spare. Yes. State. Dispatch runners. Zanzibar. Yes. We're beginning to be beautiful. Kilwa is no longer a valid rival, which means that we need to ditch the embargo. We can't do for another 10 days. And hi, friends. Thank you for your service. Don't need you anymore. Hi, friend. We still have our royal marriages with Melindy and Pate. Oh well. I'll be fine. Clean up the embargo. Improve relations with our allies. And stand down our army. Chill out our forts. And repay our loans. Brilliant. And how terrible. We don't have much devastation at all. Very nice. And see, we got Mafia. Doesn't have an estate right now. We need the estates to get reassigned. Oh, this is a territory. Because we'll need to make the state. I see. How long is this going to take? The coring of this territory. 86. Yeah, I'm not going to wait till 86 because I have to go do things. Thank you for coming by and watching. This has been longer than I was expecting, but hey, it's cool. We were this teeny tiny Zanzibar, and now we're this less tiny Zanzibar. The goal to unify the Swahili along the Swahili coast. I have been the Great Gabo Kit. You have been a handful of folk coming and going throughout the day. And when next I stream, who knows, but it'll probably, unless it's the Thursday night D&D thing, it will probably be this. Reminder for anyone who didn't catch the last D&D stream, this week, Thursday, is not going to have D&D stream because there's a special thing going on that I'm going to be at, so I'm going to not be streaming. Peace, love, etc. And remember, there's way more money than it looks like in the Swahili coast.